What's up, YouTubers? Here with the Fujitsu FI8170. It's selling cards on eBay, and I heard this is the printer that you want to use in order to handle a large collection. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox this and give you a little bit of a personal review of what I think. I am an Amazon affiliate, so a little link down in the bottom. If you purchase through my link at no additional cost to you, help me out a little bit. So let's get into unboxing this. I'm going to also show you the software that I'm using in part 2, so make sure to subscribe. Now for the software that I'm using, there are specific scanners that are necessary in order for the software to work. It is an AI software. So let me get this box opened up and show you what's inside of it. Get a little bit of drivers, I'm sure, a little setup packet. Let's see, some cables. Actually kind of small. Next thing we want to do is go ahead and take off all the plastic. You gotta go ahead and press this button here. I'm gonna open this up, take the tape out of the inside as well. See, that's where the cards are gonna be going in. I'm gonna go ahead and close this top. Sure. And you're gonna go ahead and just take this top part. It's a little tricky with the instructions, but you're kind of bringing it in close and then pulling it back. So it's a nice little seat in. Okay, once you got that in there. Now, I do have some stuff coming from eBay, which is gonna be risers, which I'm gonna put below. Make sure you subscribe to get an update when I install the risers and the bin catch. All right, let's get this set up and show you how cards feed through it. The description for a link to this printer. Very simple installation, not much going on as far as hardware. You plug this in, plug that in, and then let's get that CD in the CD-ROM drive. Advice, if you are gonna be installing this software, you do have to have some access to a CD-ROM drive, truthfully. Without that, I was not able to really get the printer going. You can see I had to kind of add it to my computer. Luckily, I was able to find my CD-ROM drive. I haven't used the CD-ROM in a while. But if you have a laptop and it doesn't have a CD-ROM drive, you might have to get an external one. Or you could try downloading all these on the left here to match your printer. But I'd say the best way to get it done, I spent about half an hour installing and uninstalling because it wasn't really working. I went to the Fujitsu website, tried it. Wasn't really working well without the CD. Once I put the CD in, 15 minutes, I got to the next step. So I got held back there. I lost about an hour. That should be a great little tip. All right, next little quick tip with the software. Once I show you what software it is, they do have a video that will help you set up the scanner in order to handle baseball cards properly. As you can see, I did a little elevation right now till I get my risers. I did buy on eBay. I'm gonna probably put a little link down below and a little box to catch it. As you can see, this will drop. So you do need to elevate it and put a little box there. And then we're gonna load the card. So some of the settings that I did, I'm gonna go ahead and load up the software. Now I am using this in advanced mode, so you can change it back to simple mode. This is advanced mode, and you could switch modes right over here, up top. So right in the top corner right here, you can do switch modes. So that shows you this. Once you've properly installed it, you just wanna make sure that your select scanner, that you have your scanner selected. I do, and then you're gonna go into scan settings. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you that you basically need to have the JPEG, also the scanner settings right over here. I wanna make sure it's set to color, feeder both sides, resolution 300, image, obviously automatic, cleanup, vertical, all this kind of stays the same as whatever I have it right over here. Page, automatic size, the cropping. You just want to make sure the cropping, but you do want to add 3-inch margin right over here. So you could do that. An automatic size cropping. And then as you can see, depending on how you're going to feed it, you may need to change the rotation, but this is for my settings. Again, I added the 3mm margins there. Paper feeding, hardware settings, not on. Do not detect for multi-feed, hardware settings, and the rest I leave basically the same. Then I just okay, save it, save the profile. Make sure to select JPEG file format because it will recognize it then. If you start looking for the JPEG right away, it might not be there. Okay, and then you're gonna go ahead and save it, save everything just the way it is. Okay, and then you can go ahead and turn on the printer. What you're gonna go ahead and do is See it now in action. As you can see, I have some 70s Topps cards. What's there, about 6 of them, 7 of them. I'm gonna go ahead and put them face. Let's see what we got here. Some classics, some good old classics. And the cards around. I believe this is gonna be the proper scan. So right over here, I'm gonna go ahead and just load the cards in. So backwards and down. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cards in. Got another card right over here. See, these cards are a bit thicker. All right. So once I put the cards in there, all I'm gonna do is come back to the software right over here and click scan up top. And we're gonna watch it. All right. Not sure why. Gonna go back and look at the cards, see what's going on with them. But as you can see, nice margins. Cards are lined up right next to each other. That works out great for me, front, back. And then from here, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the next step. All right, so a quick update to my settings. I changed some stuff around because it wasn't exactly working for me. Some of these settings that I kind of modified, it did slow down my feed significantly. So when it's scanning, it's definitely not shooting them out as quickly as it was. So I did increase the resolution just to get a nicer, crisper picture. That's one. I also changed the tone to normal, prioritize contrast. Page, I did have the auto size. I did remove the margins. For now, I don't like that. We'll see when I start uploading more stuff. And the paper feed, as you can see my settings, the rest are pretty much just the way it was. So I did remove those margins. I also prioritize accuracy instead of speed. That's why it's going a little slower. So I did want to go ahead and just show you the speed. Now I do have my 9 cards in. I do have my little tray here to the side. We're gonna go ahead and click the scan. And so you can see how it kind of works slower when you change it to accuracy. All right, so it's definitely not spitting them out as it was, but as you can see, it is capturing the details that I actually want to show in the cards. That way it's a fair sale. All right, just wanted to show you those little updates. Usually it's a daunting task to catalog a lot of stuff if you have a lot of cards. What I'm probably gonna do is just do by sleeve. So I'm gonna do about 9 cards at a time, and that's gonna be my batch on the software. So I'll show you once I go ahead and scan these through the scanner. I'm gonna load them into the AI software and start having it cataloged and organized. Quick update to the way I'm cataloging things. Instead of doing the binder sleeves of 9, making that a batch, I decided to make bigger batch. I took box, I'm gonna have box 2, box 3, and then inside I'm gonna have these tabs or dividers out of just basic paper. I have about 50 to 70 cards per tab, per batch. I find this a lot easier, quicker. I put it through, I load into the software. Each one of these tabs is a batch. I store it on an Excel sheet, I store it into this software system, and then I go. Stay tuned for part 2, where I show you the AI that I'm using, the software that I'm using, and you can see exactly how that works and how easy everything is. So make sure to subscribe, like, share. See you on the next one.